Hi, how are you? Welcome to my kitchen again. So today I'm going to talk about serving an hors d'oeuvre party. It'll be fun, and some very interesting dishes for you that aren't complicated, they're not expensive, and they'll put on a great show, because that's the point of the hors d'oeuvre party. You want everyone to have a good time. We want to put a pound of cream cheese in a bowl, and to that we're going to add a half a cup of mayonnaise. We're going to whip this up so it's in my mix master, you see. Here we go. A little Tabasco. You want things a little bit hot on the hors d'oeuvre tray if you're drinking, you see. And that's the point of a cocktail party. Supposedly we drink and relax and talk with one another. That's the theory. Sometimes it works, and you know as well as I, sometimes it doesn't. But we'll hope your parties are good ones. About a tablespoon of soy sauce. Soy sauce in cheese? Yes, I'm doing the cooking. It'll work. And we need some Worcestershire. A little shot of Worcestershire, about a half a teaspoon, and some dry mustard powder. Now, did you get the whole recipe here? We're going to add some cheese to that too. The grated cheese is somewhere about. Well, where did we put it? Right in front of me. No wonder I can't find it. 1/4 of a cup of grated Parmesan or Romano cheese. Now, while this is mixing, I'll give you the recipe again. Cherry tomato, you cut the little bitty rascal about 2/3 through, and then open up his mouth and fill him with piped cheese, you see, like so. The crew calls this a Pac-Man tomato. Isn't that awful? A Pac-Man tomato indeed. The term hors d'oeuvre in French, you know, means a little work of art. Supposedly, it doesn't mean a meal. And you and I just get carried away with hors d'oeuvre before dinners. We shouldn't have to bother. I really don't believe in it. All right, we'll set these aside and go on to some others now. You can find room here. There are all kinds of things you can do. And the idea, of course, is to invite your guests in, give them a glass, introduce them to people that they've not met before, preferably, someone really exciting and new and different, and let them go and have a good time. And they should be struck by the table. It should have some nice color and that sort of thing. Put in a little bit of curry, mix that up, and we have an egg and artichoke spread for crackers. And if you don't use a bigger bowl, you're going to have an enormous mess all over your counter. Let's do that. My pound of salmon. There we go. And some liquid smoke. I'm using Wright's. There's another brand on the market. I don't remember the name of it, but just a squirt of this. Probably half a teaspoon. There we go. That should be plenty. And a tablespoon of horseradish. A good fat tablespoon of horseradish. That's what does it. I want them to come in and be absolutely startled as to which one they want to try first. You know, just confused. I love to confuse people that way. That's good. There. Isn't that gorgeous? I just love it. Put that in the middle of our buffet. So when people come in, come on, let these little rascals lay down here. When people come in, they know that their presence is appreciated in your house. That's the point. Parsley. Okay. Try this one here. And I have some nice olives. Look at this one. You're going to prepare in a bowl a bit of chopped onion, you chopped yellow onion, see, you don't need an awful lot. A bit of mayonnaise, that's it. That's the recipe. Mix that up and spread it on little squares of cocktail rye. We're coming down the home stretch. I think the party's going to be ready. What I've done was to arrange the clams and piping cheese and the little Pac-Man tomatoes, as the crew calls them, on a mirror. It looks very nice. Don't arrange these and then haul them around because the tomatoes will roll around. Arrange them on the table. And when your guests come, you see, they really see 2 tomatoes in each case. And when they reach for one, look at this. When they reach for one, some other cat from below reaches and takes it too. Huh? It's so much fun, and it's very colorful, and it adds a lot of depth to the table. And that's really what it is. So, let me check my Linda's Caraway Rye, mayonnaise and onion, sprinkled with Parmesan cheese, snack. See how we're doing here. Give me a second. We'll have those out in just a minute. Let's look at the rest of things. If you have questions today, and I hope you do, otherwise, if I haven't sufficiently confused you, I haven't done a good job today, right? So if you have questions, why write, and we'll send you a whole book full of recipes. We've made a piping cheese today, and we put it in cherry tomatoes and on a cracker with some smoked clams. We cut up a Middle Eastern bread, pocket bread, and doused it with the cheese and broiled it for a moment. We marinated vegetables. We're serving olives and the salmon mold and finally the egg and artichoke dip. This one I think is probably going to be my favorite. These things are easy to do and they should help your people have a good time at the party. Let me see if I can get one. I'll get one of these out for you anyhow. There. And then at the last minute, you sit down and join them at an hors d'oeuvre buffet with a glass of, well, I don't care what you drink at this point. It's all right because these foods will support anything you want to do, and the alcohol will be cleansing, I'm sure, and probably conducive to a lot of good conversation. Got to have a lot of good nibbles, but don't try and do both. Don't try and have nibblings before a dinner party and then cook yourself to death. It just isn't worth it. So decide. Tonight we either nibble or we cook dinner, but don't bother with both. That way you won't kill yourself and you'll keep your guests happy too. Enjoy yourself entertaining. It's very important to all of us. Until I see you again, I bid you peace. Bye-bye.